President Xi has just arrived. That big handshake is all set. There you go. There's the big handshake between Prime Minister Narendra Modi and President Xi. The two leaders are shaking hands. Prime Minister in his veshti and shirt, and President Xi has taken off his jacket. He's wearing a full-sleeved white shirt and black trousers. So he's dressed down just a little bit, you know, taking off that one layer of formality. Trousers and a shirt also reflective of the warm weather down there in Chennai. They're having a chat. Let's try and listen in. Okay, so this is the big handshake between the two leaders. And very shortly from now, they will be escorted towards the temples for that cultural tour, the much-awaited cultural tour, which has been curated very, very specifically to reflect ancient civilizational culture and ties between India and China. Remember, Mamallapuram, or Mamallapuram as it is called now, reflects the ancient links between India and China. Well, most observers would probably give anything to know what Prime Minister Modi and President Xi are talking about right now. What exactly is this conversation about? Remember, there are no translators and no aides present between them. It's just the two leaders having a one-on-one chat. Remember, they're going to be spending upwards of 6 or 7 hours together between today and tomorrow. So it's going to be hugely interesting to see how this informal summit really plays out. The Wuhan summit that took place in 2017 had many takeaways. It shaped the atmosphere, but these are two hard-nosed nations that will only act in their own national interest. And China is particularly hard-nosed about its national agenda, and therefore the atmospherics of this particular informal summit in Mamallapuram are very interesting. The body language is warm. The two leaders have met several times before, but this is the second informal summit that is taking place between the two countries. It is meant to emphasize the friendly elements in the relationship and to try and de-emphasize the hard-edged issues that currently remain unresolved between the two countries, including militarization, including trade, including Huawei, including the issue of support to Pakistan's terror groups, including other issues with Pakistan and its brazen attempt to internationalize the Kashmir issue. There has been a lot of politics played in the run-up to this particular meeting, but the body language between these two leaders is going to be very important right now. Okay, I want to introduce our guests for the evening. We have Gaurav Sawant on the ground, also our Foreign Affairs editor Geeta Mohan, who are going to walk us through these wonderful images coming from Mamallapuram as this tour starts. We also have with us from Beijing this evening Einar Tangen, who's a well-known political affairs commentator and senior fellow with the Observer Research Foundation, Sushant Sareen. Welcome to all of you. Thank you for being with us on this momentous day, the second informal meet between Prime Minister Modi and President Xi Jinping. The event has started. The cultural tour has just begun. The two leaders are still very much alone. Geeta, I want to bring you in first. The two leaders having, a one-on-one chat as the cultural tour begins. Take us through, what we're looking at, Geeta, and what is lined up for the rest of the day today, including the choice of the temples that have been selected for today's tour.
Well, let me begin with Shiv. A lot of people will soon on social media and other networks start asking, where is the big hug? Well, for all those who ask the question, Xi Jinping does not hug. And that's why this warm handshake that you see.
Yes.
And we've seen this in the past also. This is the kind of body language that you see when President Xi Jinping meets with Prime Minister Narendra Modi. It was seen in 2014. It was seen in 2018, the informal summit. And you will be seeing it even even through the evening today and tomorrow. It is a very important relationship. Xi Jinping understands and realizes the importance of Narendra Modi, given the fact that Narendra Modi has returned to power with a thumping majority. And he is an important player in the region. India is an important player in the region. And while we talk about all the strategic, economic aspects of ties and what all will be discussed, look at the visuals that you're seeing right now. The two leaders meeting, the warmth that they exude is only going to lead up to warm conversations between the two countries. That does not take away from the fact that there are irritants in the ties, and those irritants will have to, one, be discussed, raised, and then look at how best can the two countries address those issues.